Lovers, this is Michael Joseph. Thanks for tuning in, nice one. Today we're going to do my favourite ever lower back stretch. This is for Quadratus Lumborum, which runs in our lower back. It's a triangular muscle that inserts into the lumbar and then deep inside the hips. I didn't know I had a Quadratus Lumborum until I pulled it out, and I found this stretch and it completely changed my life. And there's a chair version of this that you can look in our library. So to get set up, you want to sit on your yoga mat and have a little cushion or a rolled up towel. And what you want to do, we'll start on one side and we'll just put our butt cheek, just one butt cheek on the pillow. Lean across and then bring your opposite foot out. You want to bring the inside heel into the groin. And just to start with, you can bring the thigh right by your rib cage. Now from here, what you want to do is pistol grip your right big toe. You've got your opposite hand for weight, and you're going to slowly walk your heel away. Now the really important thing is that we glue the upper arm inside the knee joint. So we don't want any separation at all. It is glued in. So imagine I've got a piece of rope and I've wrapped it through. Now, when I get to about this level, I then rest my hand on my ankle and then slowly slide the leg a little straighter. It doesn't have to be dead straight, and you'll notice that my torso goes down with it. Now, here's where the magic kicks in. From this angle, you'll feel it in the intercostal rib cage just a little bit, even maybe the obliques for some of you. You feel it where you feel it. To make it even deeper into target Quadratus Lumborum, you want to bend that right elbow just a little bit more, or straighten this leg just a little bit more, and then push this arm into the thigh or knee. And what this does is it rotates my left shoulder back, and then it'll start to kick in behind you. You can put your free hand on your middle or lower back. I put the back of the hand on that area and rotate that left shoulder back. And you'll start to feel it transition from here to more posteriorly behind you. Now you want to exhale on effort, and each effort is a slow twist of the shoulder. And breathe in. It really takes your breath away, this one, and you'll start to really feel it. There is a compression on the inside here, and we can alleviate that with a stretch on the other side. And God, this feels fantastic. There's a few variations here, so you can straighten that leg a little more. That's more than enough for me. I'm not going to go any deeper than that. And you can play with your hand placements now. In this pose in particular, I'm not sure why so much, but you can get a bit necky. So you want to be moving your head around a little bit just to open up the back and the side of the neck. Now hand placements, you can experiment with bringing your hand from behind the back to behind the neck, and then practice on the exhale only. We only make our moves on the exhale, rotating the left shoulder, left elbow and armpit back. That can deepen the stretch. That's a variation there. Some people like to extend their hand behind them or bring the hand right behind them, okay? That's another variation as well. Or with the gripping hand, you can hitchhike a thumb, the thumb there, and then reach across, if it's available, and grab that thumb. You can bend that right elbow more and then rotate that shoulder back. Again, it's not about a straight leg, and really, really feeling it. So regardless of what you're doing, if you're feeling a stretch here, fantastic. For a lot of people, the hand behind the back is more than enough. Remember, in yin yoga, yin stretch yoga, we're always exploring. We're not chasing the perfect pose. It's always form over depth. Every exhale, just softening in, rotating the shoulder back, and just moving your head around just to open it out. Now we're about to come out. So the way to come out safely is we want to reach overhead and just rest the hand, overhead hand, on the low forearm and roll forward. This is really important because we don't want to use the muscles we've just stretched to pull us out of the stretch and then come all the way up. There's a lot more dramatic versions of exiting, but this one will do. All right, guys, so we'll go to the other side, and we want to bring the opposite butt cheek on the pillow and just bring the opposite thigh on. So we want to have that heel inside, pistol grip that big toe, and then slowly but surely kick it out. Now, for many of you, this is more than enough to start to feel a stretch, and that's fantastic, yeah? So it could be from here that you put your your hand on your lower back, middle back, and then from here, straighten the leg. That's heaps, guys. And then rotate the right shoulder back. Usually with this muscle in particular, we'll find that one side's tighter than the other. So I'm curious what that might be for you. Cool. Feels good. You know, what's amazing with this muscle is that like I said, I didn't know I had one until I pulled it out. But the body really yearns for this stretch. Once you find it with the rotation, that drawing back of the top shoulder, you'll never forget it. You'll always want to go back. And exhaling, straightening the leg a little more, bending that lower elbow even more, pushing into that upper arm, and then rotating your shoulder back. Remember, we're always moving our head just to release the neck. So good. And you can play with hand placements, so the hand behind your neck rotating. Or you can hitchhike a thumb. Oh, there it is. And then rotating. Beautiful. I think today I'm just going to keep my hand behind my neck on this side and rotate that right shoulder back. This is more of a challenge for me on this side. Just a few more breaths. Straightening that leg just a little more, making sure that we drive this upper arm elbow into the thigh. Use that as leverage to rotate that top shoulder or elbow or hand right back. And exhaling, coming out safely and rolling forward. Good job, guys. And if you want, I like to, after that stretch, is to lie on my back. And this just helps the lower back integrate what's happened. I like a bent knee because that imprints the lower back onto the mat. Heels out wide and the knees just gently press towards each other. Remembering chin to chest. Oh, that feels good. Good old lower back. God, it does a big job. So it needs that support. And closing your eyes. Making a synaptic connection with that muscle we've just stretched. Try and feel out the insertion points. Just really connect with any sensation of space or tingling. It could be coolness or warmth. Making a connection with your mind's eye. Increasing the synaptic connection. Good job, guys. I'll meet you here again for our next pose. Namaste.